You know what's funny? Most men think women only fall for looks, money, or status. But here's the truth. There are certain hobbies that make a man irresistible, without him even trying. These hobbies trigger deep psychological attraction switches inside a woman's mind. And once you know them, you'll understand why some guys just seem to have women chasing them effortlessly. The science behind this is fascinating. Researchers have found that women's attraction isn't just visual, it's deeply rooted in evolutionary psychology. When a woman sees a man engaging in certain activities, her brain automatically assesses his value as a potential partner. These hobbies send powerful subconscious signals about your character, capabilities, and genetic fitness. So, let's dive into the 15 sexiest male hobbies that make women obsessed with you. But listen closely, because some of these are not what you'd expect. 1. Playing guitar or any musical instrument. There's something primal about music. When a man plays guitar, piano, or drums, it lights up the same part of a woman's brain connected to emotional bonding. He's not just a guy anymore. He's an artist, a creator, someone with soul. Women see him as passionate, expressive, and confident. That's irresistible. But here's what most men don't realize. Musical ability signals intelligence, creativity, and dedication. Learning an instrument requires discipline, pattern recognition, and emotional expression. These are all traits women subconsciously look for in a long-term partner. And no, you don't need to be a rock star. Even just strumming casually makes you 10x more attractive than a guy glued to his phone. The key is authenticity. Women can spot a fake musician from a mile away, but when they see genuine passion in your eyes as you play, it creates an emotional connection that goes straight to their core. 2. Martial arts and combat sports. Here's the dark psychology behind it. Women are wired to be drawn to protectors. When a man practices martial arts, boxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA, it signals strength, discipline, and the ability to handle danger. Women may never say it out loud, but this hobby activates their deep evolutionary attraction to the warrior male. Think about it from a biological standpoint. For thousands of years, women needed partners who could defend them and their offspring. That instinct hasn't disappeared just because we live in modern society. When a woman sees a man who trains in combat sports, every fiber of her being recognizes him as someone who can protect what matters. But it's not just about physical strength. Martial arts teach mental discipline, respect, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. These qualities translate into every area of life, making you more attractive both in and out of the gym. 3. Cooking like a pro. This one surprises a lot of men, but a guy who can cook isn't just attractive, he's magnetic. Why? Because women associate cooking with nurturing, creativity, and intimacy. A man who can plate a steak better than Gordon Ramsay? He's not just a date, he's a fantasy. The psychology runs deeper than you might think. Cooking shows competence in the kitchen, which translates to competence in life. It demonstrates that you can take care of yourself, and by extension, take care of her. When a woman imagines you cooking for her, she's not just thinking about the food. She's thinking about being cared for, about intimate moments, about building a life together. Plus, cooking is sensual. The way you handle ingredients, the confidence in your movements, the creativity in your presentation, all of these things trigger attraction on a subconscious level. 4. Dancing. Whether it's salsa, hip-hop, or just casual club moves, dancing makes women melt. Why? Because it shows rhythm, confidence, and physical control. It also signals that you're fun, social, and comfortable with your body. 3 massive turn-ons for women. Dancing is basically foreplay in disguise. The way you move your body tells a woman everything she needs to know about your confidence, your rhythm, and your ability to lead. When you can guide her across a dance floor with confidence, she automatically imagines how you'd take charge in other areas of life. And here's a secret. Most women aren't judging your skill. They're judging your confidence while you do it. The best part? You don't need to be a professional dancer. Women are attracted to men who aren't afraid to look silly, who can laugh at themselves, and who prioritize fun over perfection. 5. Gym and fitness, but with a twist. Yes, hitting the gym is sexy. But here's the psychology twist. Women aren't just turned on by muscles. They're turned on by discipline, consistency, and self-respect. A man who lifts weights or trains seriously shows he values himself. That self-value is magnetic. But let's dig deeper. Regular exercise releases endorphins, testosterone, and growth hormone, all of which affect your confidence, mood, and overall presence. Women can sense this energy from across the room. You carry yourself differently when you're in shape, and that confidence is what really attracts them. The gym also shows delayed gratification, the ability to work toward long-term goals even when it's uncomfortable. This trait translates into relationship reliability, career success, and emotional stability, all major attraction factors. 6. Photography. When a man takes photos, he's not just snapping pictures, he's capturing beauty. Women subconsciously see him as someone who appreciates detail, art, and perspective. And here's the kicker. Women love when men notice the little things about them. A photographer naturally does this. Photography signals several attractive qualities: creativity, patience, and the ability to see beauty in ordinary moments. When a woman sees your photography, she imagines how you might see her, not just physically, but emotionally and artistically. That's incredibly seductive. Plus, photographers tend to travel, explore, and experience life more fully. They're not passive observers. They're active participants in creating beauty. That adventurous spirit is magnetic to women. 7. Playing chess or strategy games. You didn't see this one coming, did you? But here's the dark truth. Intelligence is an aphrodisiac. A man who plays chess or enjoys strategy games is subconsciously seen as a planner, a thinker, someone who can outsmart competition. That sense of dominance is hot. Strategic thinking shows that you can plan ahead, anticipate problems, and find solutions. These skills translate directly into relationship success and life achievement. A woman knows that a strategic man will be able to navigate life's challenges and provide stability. But there's something even deeper here. Chess and strategy games show patience, the ability to think several moves ahead, and the confidence to make bold decisions when necessary. All of these traits trigger attraction on a primal level. 8. Surfing or swimming water sports trigger adventure, risk-taking, and athleticism. Picture this: a man emerging from the ocean, confident and dripping wet. It screams vitality and boldness. Women eat that up. There's something primally attractive about a man who's comfortable in the water. It suggests fearlessness, physical fitness, and a connection to nature. Surfing, in particular, shows the ability to read natural forces and work with them rather than against them, a skill that translates into emotional intelligence. The ocean is unpredictable and powerful, so mastering water sports demonstrates courage and adaptability. Women are drawn to men who can handle uncertainty with grace. 9. Traveling and adventure. A man who loves traveling is subconsciously seen as a provider of experiences. He's unpredictable, exciting, and worldly. That makes a woman imagine herself by his side, exploring new places, living stories she'll tell forever. That's not just attractive, it's addictive. Travel shows openness to new experiences, cultural awareness, and the financial means to explore the world. But more importantly, it shows that you prioritize experiences over possessions, a trait that many women find incredibly attractive in our materialistic society. And if you post travel pics, guess what? Women will stalk your profile and instantly place you higher than 90% of men. Adventurous men are seen as potential life partners who won't let relationships become boring or predictable. They promise excitement, growth, and shared memories. 10. Playing sports, team or solo. Basketball, football, tennis, it doesn't matter. Sports make men magnetic because they showcase competition, teamwork, and passion. But more than that, Sports make men move with energy, and women feel that energy. Team sports show leadership ability, cooperation, and competitive spirit. Solo sports demonstrate self-discipline and the ability to push through mental barriers. Both are attractive because they show different aspects of masculine strength. Athletes also tend to have better posture, more confidence, and higher energy levels. They're comfortable in their bodies and know how to channel aggression in healthy ways. All of these factors contribute to their overall attractiveness. 11. Motorcycles and cars. Let's be honest, few things make women's hearts race faster than a man revving a motorcycle or fixing a car. It screams confidence, danger, and control. Psychologically, it signals masculinity and risk-taking, two of the most primal attraction triggers for women. Mechanical skills show problem-solving ability and hands-on competence. In a world where most men can barely change a tire, a guy who can rebuild an engine stands out dramatically. It's practical masculinity that women find incredibly sexy. The danger element adds excitement to the attraction. Motorcycles and fast cars suggest a man who lives life on his own terms and isn't afraid to take calculated risks. 12. Writing or poetry. Most men overlook this one, but here's the truth. Words can seduce more deeply than looks. A man who writes, whether it's poetry, journaling, or even song lyrics, instantly comes across as deep, mysterious, and rare. That's the type of man women fantasize about at night. Writing shows emotional intelligence, creativity, and the ability to express complex thoughts. Women are drawn to men who can articulate their feelings and paint pictures with words. It suggests depth beyond the surface level that most men never reveal. A man who writes is seen as thoughtful, introspective, and capable of understanding the female psyche. These are incredibly attractive qualities that create emotional connection beyond physical attraction. 13. Volunteering or charity work. Here's the psychology. Altruism is sexy. When women see a man helping others, it flips an unconscious switch. He's not just strong and capable, but also compassionate. That's the exact balance women dream of. Volunteering shows empathy, social awareness, and the desire to make a positive impact. It demonstrates that you think beyond yourself and care about the bigger picture. This suggests you'll be a caring, considerate partner who values more than just personal gain. Women are biologically programmed to seek partners who will be good fathers and community members. Charitable behavior signals both of these qualities naturally. 14. Learning languages. A man who speaks multiple languages? Game over. Why? Because language equals intelligence, cultural awareness, and seduction. Imagine whispering in French or Spanish. It's not just attractive, it's hypnotic. Multilingual men are seen as worldly, educated, and intellectually curious. They've invested time and effort into understanding other cultures, which shows openness and adaptability. These are highly attractive traits in our globalized world. And here's the crazy part. Just the effort of learning is enough. You don't even need to be fluent to score major attraction points. The process of learning languages also shows persistence, dedication, and the willingness to step outside your comfort zone. All magnetic qualities. 15. Outdoor survival skills. Camping, hiking, fishing. These hobbies showcase independence and primal competence. They tell a woman, I can survive, protect, and provide. It's the ultimate subconscious attraction. Survival skills tap into the deepest evolutionary programming. A man who can start a fire, catch fish, or navigate through wilderness represents security and competence at the most fundamental level. These skills suggest that no matter what happens, you can take care of yourself and your loved ones. Modern women may not consciously think about survival scenarios, but their subconscious minds are constantly evaluating potential partners for these exact capabilities. The psychology behind it all. What makes these hobbies so powerful isn't just the activities themselves. It's what they communicate about your character, values, and potential as a partner. Each hobby sends multiple signals simultaneously. Competence, you can master difficult skills. Confidence, you're comfortable being evaluated on your abilities. Passion, you have interests beyond work and basic survival. Growth mindset, you're constantly improving and learning. Social value, other people respect and admire these skills. So, there you have it. The 15 sexiest male hobbies that make men absolutely irresistible to women. Remember, it's not about faking a hobby just to impress. It's about choosing something you genuinely enjoy that also triggers attraction psychology. Authenticity is the foundation of true attraction. Women can sense when you're passionate about something versus when you're just going through the motions. The key is to pick one or two hobbies that genuinely interest you and dive deep. Become excellent at them. Let your passion show. The attraction will follow naturally. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe for more psychology secrets about attraction, and make sure you check out our other content. Because the truth about what women really want is even more fascinating than you think.